From a single denied ticket to the throne of global cricket, the story of India's rise is not just about sports. It's a masterclass in turning a slight into a strategy. It's a reminder that when the world tries to deny you a seat at the table, you don't just walk away, you build a bigger table. Hello, and welcome to Rise and Prosper with Jay Lakhani. In this lesson, we explore a powerful lesson, the audacity of the underdog. How the refusal of 2 tickets reshaped the world. The spark, a lesson in humility. In the journey of life, we inevitably encounter walls that seem insurmountable and tunnels that appear to have no end. It's in these moments of shadow, when we are dismissed or diminished, that our true character is forged. This is the time to remain still, to anchor ourselves in calm, and to survey the battlefield with a cold, analytical eye. Success is rarely the result of a blind outburst. It is the child of a well-timed, well-thought-out strategy. By staying in the fight and waiting for the right moment to strike, we learn the ultimate art of transformation, turning a demeaning or disadvantageous situation into a calculated move that drives explosive personal and professional growth. So let me take you back to the summer of 1983. The world of cricket was a monarchical relic. England was the self-appointed guardian of the game, hosting every World Cup by divine right. India, meanwhile, was considered a mere participant, there to provide the numbers. On the eve of the final at Lord's, Mr. Salve, the president of the BCCI and also a union minister in the Indian government, made a modest request. He asked the MCC, Marylebone Cricket Club, for 2 extra tickets for his guests. In a display of what many described as colonial-era condescension, the English officials refused him. They claimed the stadium was full, even as the members-only sections remained noticeably sparse. For Salve, this wasn't just a personal snub. It was a systemic dismissal of his nation. As Kapil lifted the trophy the next day, the David of the cricket world had won on the field. But Salve knew the real battle was in the boardroom. He vowed then and there, the World Cup would never again be an English monopoly. So what was his strategy? Breaking the monopoly. Anger without a plan is just noise, but anger with a strategy is a revolution. Salve, along with visionaries like Jagmohan Dalmia and I.S. Bindra, realized that to move the World Cup, they had to break the Anglo-Australian veto within the ICC. They didn't just complain, they innovated. They formed the Indo-Pak Joint Management Committee, turning a fierce rivalry into a formidable alliance. They realized that the subcontinent's massive population was a sleeping giant of commercial potential. To prove it, they secured a massive sponsorship from Dhirubhai Ambani's Reliance, offering the ICC a financial guarantee that made England's previous offers look like pocket change. By lobbying the associate nations with promises of better revenue sharing and respect, they outvoted the traditional powers. In 1987, the World Cup left English soil for the first time. The modern era, from participants to powerhouse. Fast forward to today, and the landscape has shifted entirely. India is no longer asking for tickets, it owns the stadium. The BCCI is the undisputed financial engine of global cricket, a reality that often draws sharp, envious commentary from the English media. Whenever India exerts its influence, whether through the IPL or its weight in the ICC, sections of the British press often frame it as bullying or ruining the gentleman's game. This narrative frequently ignores the history of how the game was governed when the shoe was on the other foot. This anti-India reporting is often the byproduct of a former hegemon struggling to reconcile with a world where they are no longer the ones setting the rules. The ultimate validation, champions again. The power isn't just in the money, it's in the performance. Just yesterday, India proved its mettle once again by clinching the 2026 T20 World Cup. It was a victory defined by the same grit seen in 1983, but backed by a level of professional dominance that the world now expects. Winning on the global stage serves as the final answer to any lingering colonial-era skepticism. Conclusion, the takeaway. The 2 tickets incident is a profound metaphor for any obstacle we face. The BCCI of 1983 could have accepted the snub as just the way things are. Instead, they used the sting of humiliation as fuel. The takeaway is simple. A problem is only a dead end if you stop walking. When you are denied a seat, don't just grumble in the hallway. Work until you own the building. True power isn't given. It is built through strategy, alliances, and an unwavering belief that the old guard doesn't get to decide your ceiling. Finally, I myself, being a financial markets trader, I often look at anything from the lens of a trader and say, how can this help me in trading? What are the lessons for a trader? The Two Tickets saga is a masterclass in risk management and market psychology. In the high-stakes arena of financial markets, every trader will eventually face a denied ticket, a devastating loss, a market squeeze, or a setup that defies logic. The lesson from 1983 is that your greatest edge is born in the moments after a setback, provided you remain calm enough to analyze the data rather than the emotion. Like the BCCI, a successful trader stays on the battlefield when others retreat, utilizing a period of drawdown to refine a superior, calculated strategy. You must transform every disadvantageous price move into a pivot point for growth, ensuring your attack on the next opportunity is backed by cold, hard logic. Ultimately, profitability isn't about winning every trade. It is about building a system so robust that you eventually own the very volatility that once threatened to sideline you. I hope this lesson serves as a blueprint for your own journey, moving you forward with clarity, stability, and unshakable belief. Here at Rise and Prosper with Jay Lakhani, we believe true success is holistic. We dive deep into the pillars that define a balanced life: wealth creation, personal development, mind power, spirituality, and geopolitics. In an interconnected world, being aware of all these facets isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. This channel is built to serve you. My goal is to create content that resonates with your ambitions and challenges. To help us sharpen that focus, I invite you to join the conversation below. Tell me, where in the world are you watching from, and which of our core topics would you like us to master next? Your insights and views on this story matter, so please share them in the comments. If this message of turning a crisis into a strategy truly resonated with you, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to help this wisdom reach those who need it most. Wishing you an abundant and strategic life. Best wishes, Jay Lakhani. God bless.